Hello everyone, it's Dr. Nabavi. This is Management Consulting Week 6. We're down the stretch. This week I don't have a slide presentation. The lecture is going to be on video, and we're going to try to squeeze it into one of these videos. We're only given about 6 to 7 minutes. So if it runs over, we may go into a second video. Okay. This week, we're going to talk about some information, some tools that you're going to make in order to make some decisions. I know some of you are considering management consulting as a profession, and it's also good information for everyone as you're approaching this this business segment. So the information is going to be in really 3 separate series. There's going to be entrepreneurship, there's going to be new versus existing business, and also non-profit versus for-profit. A couple of people specifically asked me to talk about that, so we're going to cover that this week. First, entrepreneurship. This is a sort of a milestone in the life of a lot of people when you cross over from being an employee to being a business owner. Business ownership has its advantages and has its disadvantages, like in everything. But at one point, once you make that cross, then it's very hard to look back. I can tell you from personal experience that once you cross into self-employment, it's very difficult, almost impossible, to go back and become an employee again. I started working when I was at the tender age of 19. I was a freshman in college. My father paid for my first year of college, but then he retired and he really couldn't pay anymore, even though he wouldn't tell me. But I knew things were tight and he just couldn't afford it anymore. So I had a choice. I either had to quit and go to work full time, or I had to find a job that I could finance my education. So I ended up getting one job and then a second job, and soon I had a third job. Now, these were not full-time jobs, but 2 hours here. I worked about 2 hours in the library of my university, and another 4 hours at another outfit. And at night, I had a night job, and I went to school in the morning. From 8 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock. I would try to squeeze in all my classes into this 5 hours. In the midst of all this, I got married and I had a family, so I had a lot of responsibilities. But I really wanted to pursue my education, so I was so dependent on that paycheck that from 19 years of age until in my mid-40s, I was employed, and even though I had good jobs, by the end I had good income. But I never crossed my mind that I should, maybe look into business ownership. And then in 2002, I started a business, and it was successful relatively quickly, although it really took a lot of hardship. It took a lot of hours, difficult to set up. I had a couple of bad experiences, working with various partners. But I can tell you, I can't go back and be an employee again. And even what I do here, I'm self-employed, and I enjoy it, and I wouldn't again. I would not consider going back and becoming an employee again. It may sound glamorous, but it is not. This is something you need to know if you're considering entrepreneurship. The idea that you have your freedom. It's true. You have freedom. You can come to work anytime you want to. But believe me, you see people come to work 9 to 5. If you're a business owner, you probably show up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and at 5 o'clock when everybody else goes home, you're still in the office. You stay until 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night because it's your baby. It's your responsibility. Advantage. So freedom can be a double-edged sword. Decision making is another one. You're the ultimate decision maker, and you live and die by your decisions. Hopefully, you surround yourself with a good supporting cast that can support your decision and help you in your decision making process. But ultimately, the decision comes to you. So that is another advantage. You really at the end of it, all the years that you've thought maybe we should do this, or maybe we should have done that. Now if you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business. You can do it, and as I said, you live and die by your decisions. Another one is credit. You get all the credit, the bad and the good and the ugly. So and believe me, there are going to be some ugly ones. So you get the credit for all of it. The disadvantages, you can't blame it on somebody else. If somebody else didn't do a good job, or somebody didn't do what they're supposed to, it doesn't matter. At the end, it's your credit. It's your cup of tea, so to speak. One of the disadvantages I can think of is that you can't quit. If you're at a job, you're miserable. You can walk out, or you can give a notice and say thank you very much, and you go work for somebody else. When you're a business owner, you can't do that. It's yours no matter what. So you have to stay and suffer and make it work. So these are some thoughts that I want to share with you. You have some good reading material this week on this subject. Please take a look at it, and let's discuss it on the forum. And I'm available as well. But decision of becoming an entrepreneur is an important one. As I said, it's a milestone, so not to be taken lightly. And you need to think about that. Think about how this is going to affect you. Are you able to function as self-employed? Do you have enough reserve until you have a product or service that others may pay you for your products and services, so you don't have to be dependent on that on a paycheck from somebody else? Okay, I'm going to stop the tape for a second because I don't think this is going to fit into one. So I'm going to stop here, and we're going to go to a second tape. Okay, so stay tuned for the second one.